So Netflix has just dropped the latest season of their very popular series You, and I just binged the whole season in one night. And it kept me thinking that there is a reason that we are fascinated by characters like Joe Goldberg. It's not just the mystery or the thrill, it's the unsettling way that they make us question what we would do for love and what we would excuse in the name of it. Because on the surface, Joe is charming, thoughtful, intensely loyal, but beneath that is something so much darker. So I thought, why not do a video about it? So today, we are breaking down the mind of one of the Netflix's most complex and disturbing characters, the charming killer who believes every lie he tells himself. This one is for anyone who's ever wondered, is Joe a hopeless romantic or just a high functioning psychopath? Alright, so if you've watched You, you know that Joe Goldberg is not your average romantic lead. He's a bookstore manager with a cage for rare books and even rarer moral boundaries. He's the kind of guy who'll buy you your favorite coffee, memorize your reading list, and walk you home at night. But he's also the kind of guy who'll break into your apartment, steal your phone, and justify it all as love. So, what is it about Joe that makes him both terrifying and in some twisted way sympathetic? Why do we find ourselves rooting for him? And even when we know that we shouldn't, let's break this down. So, what I'm doing today is I'm going to ask ChatGPT to break down Joe Goldberg and understand it. Why do we root for him? What is it about him that charms all of us so much? So here we go. Okay, so here's ChatGPT's response, the psychology of Joe Goldberg. The mask of nice guy, narcissism and manipulation. Joe's defining trait is not just his obsessive nature, it is his ability to justify it. He sees himself as a protector, a hopeless romantic, a man driven by pure, selfless love. But beneath all of this is a textbook narcissist. Someone who believes his desires are more important than the boundaries, safety, and autonomy of others. Joe's manipulation is not always obvious. It's the way he mirrors his victim's interests, the way he feigns empathy, the way he shapes his entire personality to fit the person he's targeting. He convinces himself that his actions are for their benefit, not his. That he's the good guy in a world full of selfish, cruel people. But the truth is, Joe's love is not love at all. It's control, it's possession, it's the desire to own someone completely, mind, body, and soul. So, if you're starting to think, wait, have I dated a Joe before? Maybe it's time to reevaluate your type. The second thing that ChatGPT says is obsession, paranoia, and dark side of attachment. Joe isn't just a stalker. He's a textbook case of obsessive love disorder. He latches onto his targets with a kind of intensity that erases their humanity, reducing them to objects of his desire. He doesn't just want to love them, he wants to consume them, to control every aspect of their lives, to eliminate anyone who might come between them. And when his fantasy cracks, when his illusion of perfect love shatters, he turns violent. Because in Joe's mind, if he cannot have them, no one should. It's like Romeo and Juliet, but with bodies in the basement. So the third one is the hero complex, moral justification for immoral acts. Joe really is not a villain in his own mind. He sees himself as a protector, a savior, a hero. Every crime, every murder, every lie, it's all part of his twisted sense of justice. He tells himself that he's protecting his loved ones from the cruel, uncaring world, that he's just doing what has to be done to preserve their perfect love. And that is what makes him so dangerous. Because he truly believes his own lies. It's not the knives that make him scary. It's the way he can look you in the eyes and say, I did it for love. So that was ChatGPT's analysis. You know, it is easy to dismiss Joe as just another fictional character. But there's a reason he gets under our skin. He's smart, he's calculated, he makes us question our own morality. And sometimes he makes us question why we are rooting for him at all. And maybe it is the way he convinces us that he's just misunderstood. Maybe it's the fact that for a moment we want to believe his version of love. Or maybe it's just the writers made crazy look kind of hot. Hey, no judgment here. Just remember that if a guy memorizes your coffee order before learning your last name, maybe change your locks. Okay, so let's be honest. Are you team Joe needs therapy or team I would rather risk it for love? Are you analyzing his behavior or secretly wondering if you would fall for his charm too? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let us see how many of us are slightly worried about our taste in fictional boyfriends. This is ChatGPT Reacts, And if you're still here, just promise me one more thing. If your next date says, I'd do anything for love, make sure he's not carrying a hatchet.